This is a tape with Bert and Amy Davenport telling a few stories to Bev and Audrey Holt in 1968.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Dad. We'll play this time. So we went to last busy day, went to Ferndale, and up the Wildcat we went. We had dinner at the Charlie Sweet place, and then we camped for about a week on the Bear River, right at the crossing. And when we left there, we went to Petrolia, and we camped at Roscoe's, and from Roscoe's, you only stayed there one night. From Roscoe's, we started out for Shelby Cove, and we got to Horse Mountain, and we stayed there. I guess it's just about one night. I know it rained, and heavy fog. We got the bedding all wet. We didn't have no tent. And during the night, my brother, who tried to get up, and Dad, he kept telling him to lay down, and so he finally just took his shoe and put in his shoe. And we left Horse Mountain, and we went to Shelby Cove. I forget that fellow's name, where we turned down the hill there. But anyway, it was 5 miles downhill to Shelby Cove. We camped there a good week, if not a little more. Mr. Reese went hunting, him and the boys way up the coast. They killed a bear. Anyway, we got a lot of avalones, and we dried them. And when we left there, we went to Bristol. We stayed there several days, and from there to Garberville, and we camped down on the river, went through Garberville and turned down the river and up the river about a half a mile, and camped there about a week. That's where we came down to Phillipsville and camped on Williams's place. And then from there England. We camped there several days, and then we left there. We came to Bitterbuck, came over the Blue Slide. We were Dad, how cook the abalone after you dried it? What did you do with the dried abalone? You made them up. Made soup. Oh. Just put them out in a grater and rubbed them, maybe. And abalone soup? Yeah. How long is gone? And we're on our way. We're married on the 9th of March. The other hand, we were married on the 9th of March in 1904. And we had a Reverend Hessel come from Arcata out in the area. And there was only just the family, and Bert's brother Bernie's wife. And probably the next few weeks, we started out for Oregon. And we had to go across the river in a rowboat and take the train down the mountains. And then we went to Eureka and took the ocean boat up to Coos Bay. And it's been so stormy that we couldn't take the train from Coos Bay for 2 or 3 days. And it was in Coquille, where Bert's folks live. And we stayed there quite a little while, and then we went to Myrtle Point and lived next summer. And after that, we moved down to Coquille on the Davenport Ranch. Grandpa Davenport built a little house for us there. We lived there a year or so, and then we came up to Myrtle Point and lived on the Davenport place there. And after a few years, Grandpa Davenport divided the ranches. We had 11 children, one died in infancy. The children are all married and come to see us real often. We had on that Myrtle Point, and it made cheese. We only paid once a year. Sometimes it was so damn muddy that I've known people that have to take 4 horses to get through this Myrtle Point. Sounds to me that don't you think it was muddy? Yeah, we really did that. I was just for a week coming up. Right after the point? Yeah. Where the bridge is now? Just about. The hot one allowed and it fell down. I don't know what kind of bridge it was. And then they just built another one. How many stores was there in town? Just one store? In Mount Planet. Was it just one store? No. There were several. There was a little creek. There was a hotel and Jenkins had a store. Here in London had a hardware store. And Barton had a hardware store. Then there was another store like that the company that was for a name of Pate. Had a store. Lord Johnson, I think that was on the store. Lord Johnson, I don't know who the shadow was there. I don't know what kind of store he had, and that was good.
Well, you said you used to get free spring tickets before you got paid at the end of the year.
Yeah.
You just have to...
Well, they put everything on the books. They charged anything. I don't know how they made it. But the road...
Did you have a post office in Myrtle Point when you first came here?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was down that big building where the creamery is. And the store there, too. There was a store there. Yeah. And we were in on that post office, that was not. Huh? I thought it was Herman. Herman had the store, didn't they? There were two hotels. There was one there close to where the railroad usually is, and one uptown, the Kieran Hotel.
Was the Kieran Hotel, was it called the Kieran Hotel when you came here?
Yeah. I don't think you'd have it well on Racing and Nightclub. Yeah, there is a factory for years. Time to think who on that post office. I know it well. You do it too. On the vendors. Yeah, vendors. There must have been some down in Humboldt County. There were some vendors that sold you years and years and years ago. I don't know. I don't know where we come from.
Well, that, when the house burned up on the hill, was that house here on the ranch when you came?
No.
You built that house?
I did.
You did?
After they divided the ranches, we had a little shack down here close to the road. And then we moved that up on the hill and built a nice house. And then that burned down and we built back here. Down here.
There was a viewing, I know that.
We bought a bird from one night. I don't remember what year it was. He hasn't had it for just a little while.
I was 7 years old when we drove over the creek down here.
1918 at the end of the war, World War I. We were figuring out what in here.
Well, I was 22 when we drove over the creek bank.
Well, I must have been, I was in 1920, I guess. It was about 2 years somehow. And there's less habit when I went over the creek bank. The front spring happened to catch on the wheel and it held them up. There was 6 in the car, 6 children in the car.
Well, I thought it was Mary was going to school to visit that day, so there was Mary and myself and Dolores and you and Rodney and Barnett. So that Barnett was with to take her music lessons, and there was their music out there laying in the water, and Rodney just reached out and picked it up. We all had plenty of medicine when we got back up to bed, but we weren't hurt otherwise.
We had several cars since then. Our last car is a Mercury. Isn't that it? 44 years. Very good car.
And Dad will be 89 on 6th of December, and he's still driving that Mercury as good as anybody else.
That was a motion.
Well, that's enough, yeah.
This section is Rodney Davenport talking to Richie Houghton in 1975 when he was 98 years old.
Trying to get some dope on old-time logging, and I guess you logged about as long as anybody. Yeah, that's where you ain't quite a bit of it. What are you, 98 now? Huh? You're 98 years old now? Yes, sir. January. January. When did you start logging? How long ago? How old were you? 21. Yeah, that's 77 years ago you started logging. You know, Johnson, you know, that hill there and had that water mill? Oh, Donald Johnson? Well, I worked there. That's where I started in. Oh, you did? Yeah. Is that timber clear down to the river? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and after the bullfeed. Is timber clear down to the river there then? No, it was up on the hill. Oh. That was all over the bulletin. Yeah, the bulletin there. Right.
Where's is that oxen?
Yeah. Yeah, they don't call them oxen in the logging country, it's bulletin. Well, this was the one was on Skid Road. Yep, Skid Road. And went to Buffett and well, it's something when we went to Poland and after. I can just barely remember that when they were still using bulletins, we all got home there with them. Now, when you put those skids in there on turns and that, you saw them right, didn't you? Yeah. Put them on curve. That was a job of tightening them up, too. Yeah. So what did you use for skids? What? Harder? To the right side. Yeah. Like that. Yeah.
Did you live right in the camp? When you
I talked to her loud.
Did you live right in the camp?
She must know if you lived in the camp. Yeah, I stayed in camp. Too far in. There's a wall. They always lived in Camp 10, even if there's only 3 or 4 miles, didn't they? Yeah.
What do you have?
No, they had bunkhouses. Bunkhouses and a cookhouse.
Was that the first people logged here, or were there others before that?
Was there much logging done before that time? It was all in the summertime, nothing in the winter. Yeah, but was there much logging done before you started logging? No, I don't think there was very much.
They're just
There
over
was one over about Perugia and over that way.
over toward the bay. There was some.
Yeah. And Bill Ward and Bill Noble sawed the first tree down that was ever sawed down.
You know when that was?
Yeah.
You know when it was?
Yeah.
Do you know what year they did that?
No, I don't know. But it was pretty early.
Bill Ward, Bill Noble, you say?
Yeah.
Bill Ward, was he the father of those wards up Ward Creek?
I don't know. I don't hardly think he was. He stuttered.
Yeah.
Like Bill Ward, like Bill, now.
I can never remember anybody's name, so think nothing of it.
I forget I know it all works, I wanted to do it, and then they can't think of it.
Yeah, I know.
How much money did you make in those days?
Now, what were you paid a day for building that skid road?
Got $1 a day to start out.
$1 a day.
It was on the skid road. And then when I got the bucket, I got a quarter raise.
You got $1.25 a day, bucket.
It was a day's work, too.
Yeah.
They put it on.
Ate your sandwich in one hand and sawed with the other. Oh, you never did work on the rigging, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
You have to go to Cheney. When George logged up real quick there.
George who?
Cheney.
Oh, George Cheney. Oh, you worked on the rigging up there, huh?
Yeah.
Huh. I thought you always fell a buck, most of the buck. Never fell very much, did you?
Yes, but mostly on the rigging. You keep your eyes open too with them speed donkeys.
Yeah?
How did they get the steam up in those?
Oh, it was wood. They had what do they call them, a bull cut the wood for those steam donkeys?
Oh, that's a fireman.
The fireman had to cut his own wood?
Part of the time. Yeah, the dragsaw, you know.
Oh,
That old and I used to have.
yeah.
Like that, and they'd saw that.
Oh, I didn't know the fireman had to ever cut his own wood. I was supposed to be busy farming.
What did the logs sell for them?
Yeah, what were logs worth delivered when you first started?
But John Fenton used to log and up there to Fox Bridge and down there, he got $5 a salary.
Delivered.
Yes, delivered. That's clear down the foot.
Floating down the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1,000 feet. 1,000 feet now is approximately a log 16 feet long and 36 inches in diameter.
Were there just men at your camp?
What was it?
Were there just men in his camp?
Just men? They were all men there. They didn't have any. Did they have women cooking at that time?
Have what?
Did they have women cooking or?
Yes. Yes. Well, too, had Porter Harris cooking and Jewel Carrot to cook.
Yeah.
Didn't you have any families living up in the camp?
No. No.
Well, they don't have cookhouses anymore.
No. No.
Was it pretty good food?
They have good food. You want to know?
Yeah. Yeah, lots of it. good wholesome food that you can work on.
Old Ed Ason says if you don't have good food, you won't get no work.
No. No, I thought of something I wanted to ask. What was it?
I worked a lot for old Bill Howell, too.
Bill who?
Bill Howell,
Oh.
old Bill himself.
Oh. Well, was he Bill Dad's father?
Yeah.
Father that Bill Dad the sheriff. Did you work for Sawyer Mason?
Yeah, I worked for him till he wasn't paying very well.
How much money did you lose working there?
Yeah.
Did you lose quite a bit?
No, I didn't lose any, because I got the lumber from my house from there.
Oh, you did. Well, you know, John didn't play any favorites. You know, he beat his brother-in-law the same as he would anybody else.
Yeah, he would.
My wife's father, you know, he lost money there. He was brother-in-law.
Yeah. I think Ed paid pretty well.
Who?
Ed.
Oh, yeah, Ed was honest and they years long, yeah. Well, how long ago is it since you worked in the woods now? 20 years?
22.
1942.
Yeah.
33 years.
Yeah, when Susan to be cured, they told me it was due for us, so I just took it.
Yeah.
Wasn't very much, so.
No.
I never did think I'd be getting the pension when I was a young fella.
No.
I guess a lot of them didn't need it.
No. Did you work with old Parker Leatherwood in the woods?
Yeah, I worked with him, or he worked with me.
Yeah. I was younger than you.
Well, the funny thing was working for Frank down in Dartmouth. The Cedar Creek, you know, they generally holler there in White Cedar.
Yeah.
And the rocks have made a big twist around. You've seen that.
Yeah.
And so we went up the tree to cut it, and so I went kicking around on there. We got a good place to stand, but there's no skunk jumped up. You know, you know, it was I think it didn't happen to stink.
You did.
What other kind of animals? They were wondering if they saw a lot of animals out working.
Oh, yeah, you saw a lot of animals out in the woods in the early days, didn't you?
No, not very many.
Not many? Not many elk?
I've seen more elk than anything else over the Crusoe. I
Yeah.
was over there 2 years in the woods.
Not much bear or anything like that.
Never did see a bear in the woods.
I never have either. They always get out of sight.
I've seen tracks where the track was muddy yet.
Yeah.
Never seen the bear.
Well, they get out of your way if they have any warning.
Yeah. I've seen bobcats.
Yeah. Well, you worked in the woods for, let's see, 45 years then.
Yeah.
They wanted to know what they did at night after they're through working.
So you want to know what you did at night after you was through working?
I was going to lay down and rest.
They didn't play cards and stuff, or
No, you didn't play cards or anything much.
No, we didn't do that.
I suppose some of them did, but not, you know.
Yeah, some of them. Bill Howe worked longest hours with him.
Who?
Bill Howe. You go to work at 6 in the morning, and when you be up an hour for lunch, and you go up to 6 at night.
That's an hour.
You've got a good long day out of it.
And what was you getting a day then?
Yeah.
How much a day then?
Oh, $2.
About $2 a day, and you work 11 hours of hard work.
Yeah.
Well, it just seems like hard work doesn't hurt anybody, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Did you ever have any days off?
No, they never had no holidays them days.
No.
You had Sunday off, didn't you?
No, had Sunday.
Otherwise, you worked 6 days a week.
Yeah. 6 days a week.
You had to work that extra, that Saturday, only $2 a day. You couldn't make a living unless you worked. You know, when I used to work in the woods, gee whiz, if it rained, even snowed, you know, anything but a real hard wind while we worked. Because we was getting such a small amount of money, you had to have it, you know. Now they make so much money, if the cloud's over, they come in.
I used to go skiing when the snow was a foot deep.
Yeah. 1916.
Yeah.
I fell up there for Cheney a little while, but it was a long time after you was up there, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't remember what year for sure. It was around 1930.
Well, no. It's 26th of the month
Huh?
when I started in.
What?
26th of the month.
Oh.
I started just down the Roof Creek. I was the little son. They were shooting up the South Fork.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Up above Tommy across the river.
Up where?
Up above Tommy.
Oh.
You know where Tommy lives? Just
Yeah.
way up there.
Well, didn't you have a camp up the Middle Fork too, or was that Pete Hall?
That was too long to see, wasn't it? It was about him.
Yeah. You ever worked for the Powers?
Who?
Smith Powers?
Well, kind of on the wind-up when it was on Cunningham down there, and Yoakum was foreman.
Oh.
I worked down there from two guys around November. 'Cause it's too rainy.
They used to play jokes on one another pretty much in those logging camps, didn't they?
Well, yes, we got some.
Do you remember anything that happened? Any of the jokes they played on anybody?
No, I don't know if I just remember.
What about, did they ever get in any fights or anything? Big fights?
No, I don't think there ever was a fight. Yes, I know.
Working too hard.
Did you know Henry Halford?
Henry who?
Halford?
Yeah.
He's the and about a little scratch on him, little buddy, just wilt right there.
You what?
The wilt's right there.
Oh, was he the father of all these Alfred boys?
I guess he was. He had 3 or 4. One of them, you know, killed somebody, I don't know.
Hoover.
Yeah. Well, he was up to Springfield there. He had him working the show. Last I heard of him.
He swears he was innocent.
Yeah.
He come into my place one night. I can't remember his name now. But he came into my place. See, Bill was his uncle.
Yeah.
And he come out there at the barn and talked to him for a while. Said they used to live there. Used to have a house Alfred's did like where my garage was out on the ranch.
Oh.
And he come in there and talked to me one night, and he just swore he was innocent. But at the same time, he admitted he was so drunk that night he didn't know what happened.
Mm.
But he swore he didn't kill Bill. But he did.
Yeah, I think
Just as sure as anything, because he couldn't remember what happened. But he finally got out.
yeah, he got out. He was in the shoe business, working for somebody else.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. Then there was a girl that married Bill Sullivan.
Yeah.
He was the fellow that invented the Sullivan undercutter that you probably used a lot bucking logs.
And I worked out there at the Blue River in 40, and one of the boys worked out there at Denver.
Yeah. You remember the Sullivan undercutter, don't you? The Sullivan undercutter.
Yeah, I used one too.
Yeah, I've cashed his checks for royalties on them down at Cote Hill when I was selling building supplies. He all the small checks, $3.75 and like that, you know. He never made any money out of them, but he's a fellow that invented them.
You invented it.
Yeah.
What were they?
Don't
Well,
know.
they were a thing about that long, a rod about that long, with a flat and sharp chisel type on the end so you could drive it into a log. And then they had a wheel that rolled, it had grooves in it. You put your saw in this wheel and saw under a log. So you just saw up. It held your saw up so you was up against the log. And it was adjustable. You could open a turn screw here and run that wheel up or down this rod so as to keep the saw up to the wood on the log.
These guys, Smith, had the difference on these guys, on about the size of your hand, they really just cast that on your axe handle.
Yeah, I heard about that. I never saw one.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I more often than not, I just sunk my axe in the log and sat right over the handle.
Yes, a lot of them done that. Yeah.
Did anybody ever get hurt in the woods while you were working?
Did you hear what she said, Mr. Houghton?
Huh?
She wanted to know if anybody got hurt bad where you were working in the woods.
Well, not in Camp Well, yes. For St. Welland, you were in,
Frank who?
Welland,
Wyland.
Well,
St. Welland. You worked for Bill Howell down there first, but the tobacco part turned. Limbs were in the top of the head.
Was he from Bowers?
Yeah. I think he's got a boy. To see how it is now.
Yeah.
Oh, Frankie.
Yeah, I think so.
did it kill him or anything?
Did it kill him or just hurt him?
Oh, no, it just knocked him out. Oh, that doctor out there and showed his head up.
They didn't have to take anybody to the hospital then.
No, he didn't go out. My days were all the good hospital.
How did you get to the camps in those days? You
Walk.
had to walk?
Had to walk, go the day before.
Uh-huh. What did they do on Sundays?
Well, I come home on Saturday night.
Come home and work.
Didn't have to work for home.
Yeah.
Were there lots of snakes?
Huh?
Were there lots of snakes where you worked?
No.
Probably no more than now. Are there more trees now or less trees now than there were then around?
Have you what?
Are there more or less trees now than there were in those days?
Yeah.
Good. She wondered if there was more, if there were more trees now or more trees when you was louder.
Well,
There's a lot more then, wasn't there?
yeah, there's a lot more than. Some fellow asked Ivan Red if the timber was about all gone, why he said they're just suckling on it.
Yeah.
But
Well, they're really growing a lot more now. They're planting more.
yeah, taking that little matchstick.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, there's 8 carloads a day of logs come in. You know, that's a lot of logs.
Yeah, those is. But it's a crime the size of them they're taking now, you know. Just when they get up to the size where they start growing, they cut them when they're like that now, a lot of them.
Yeah. You have to chipper.
Yeah. We got a chipper over at East Bay, Douglas Ford Power, Roseburg Lumber Company. He's got a chipper over there that'll take a 52-inch log and push it right in it at 75 feet a minute. Helping out chips.
Going down. It's just 4 feet. What is it?
Huh?
Going down home there in that mill. 48.
Oh, will it take a 48-inch log?
Yeah.
How fast does it go through, you know?
I don't know. I never did go
Well, that
down.
one would take a 75-foot log in a minute. You just can't imagine it tearing it up that fast.
I know they bust it pretty fast.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever see any Indians while you were working?
Huh?
Were there any Indians running around?
No.
Well, the Indians at that time, they were pretty much the same as white people. I can remember Indians all right, but they lived about the same as white people, only mostly in not such good houses.
Well, wasn't very many Indians around.
No, not many, but there's always a few. I mean, like Summers, Ace and Cyril Summers,
Yeah.
their sister Effie.
There's quite a bunch of them up around Towers.
Yeah, yeah, out on Rover.
Yeah.
Were those the Rogue River Indians, or?
Yeah, mostly, yeah. Yeah, the Missouri's and Billings. Guys.
Ernie Snyder, he went over, you know, on the road with us.
Ernie Snyder, yeah. He's got a lodge over there.
Yeah. I've been by it.
Yeah, you went over through there. I took you and Dad over through there a few years ago, didn't you?
Yeah, I was through the early. And then I was up on the mailboat and down there, this little boat kept out of it.
I was up on the mailboat a few years ago. That's quite an expense. We had dinner up at the Whispering Springs Ranch. Did you go there?
No, I didn't.
We went to, you went to school with the girls, says, Lucas.
Oh,
We stopped at
I
Lucas.
went a little past Lucas.
Well, that must have been the Whispering Springs Ranch. Did you go up the steep steps? Very high steps up on the bank?
Well, I went just as kind of long the side of the road just gradually up 7 feet. I knew Herbert, he was ahead of me, and he waited. He said he was wait. He said I got the rest.
Yeah.
I told him I was going to stop. So I stopped. I did.
Turn the tape over.
Too.
Come to think of it, there wasn't any steps, they were mostly a trail.
Quite a few rattlesnakes stayed over there last summer.
Yeah, I've never seen one out loose, but there is a lot of them over there.
I never seen one loose either, but I've seen them in the road.
Well, Albert and a bunch of kids went down through there before Albert was married. That'd be, 48 years ago, and they killed 2 or 3. They walked over the hill and down the river.
Yeah.
And they killed 2 or 3 of them going down there.
Yeah.
But I've never seen one of them. I've been out really well out.
Yeah. You don't see many bigger schools anymore, do you?
No, not so much. Just
No overtime?
no, not then.
Did you have to work on Christmas?
Well, they didn't work in the winter.
Oh.
Well, they did too sometimes. Yeah.
What did you do when you weren't working in the summer?
When I wasn't working, well, I don't know. I moved around on the place. You're going to find something to do.
Well, you didn't have any TV then.
No.
Went out and saw wood. He come out to the ranch out there with his drag saw and saw wood for us a couple of times, or maybe more than that.
Yeah.
Saw it up on the hill one time, you saw the big log up, and then you saw it some down in the field, didn't you?
Yeah. I went away up to Little Youth place and sold 100 kilo up there for Al Watson.
Well,
I guess I cut wood to put everybody in Mother Point.
yeah, I imagine. What do you want now, Jill?
I'm trying to think.
You hit the gold mine, you don't want to quit, huh?
I cut some wood for Culberson and wife wanted to go to pay me and I said, oh well, that's all my right, just take the wood. Well, pay me right now.
You never did run logs out of the creeks, did you, or anything?
Well, not very much. Up to Eastport I did. I worked up there one summer.
There's a lot of people drowned doing the logs up that way. Was that the East Fork or the North Fork?
And that Eastport still Sturtevant place. I just whatever better, but that was good.
There's several people drowned up there running logs.
Yes, it was.
You know, they run logs out of Ketchum Creek every winter, but I'm sure there wasn't everybody drowned up there. George Adams, he was the main log runner out of Ketchum Creek.
Yeah.
Seems funny they could have run old growth logs out of Hall's Creek. But they did.
Yes,
Big logs, I guess 6, 8 feet through, they're running out of Hall's Creek. It don't seem possible.
Yep.
I seen in the paper a day or two ago where Roy Neal's wife died.
Who?
Roy Neal's wife. You worked for Roy, didn't you?
Yeah.
I know Hud did.
Yeah, I worked for that for
I see where Mrs. Neal just died. Roy's been dead several years.
yeah.
How did they keep clean? Did they have baths? I mean, how did they have baths up there?
Indeed.
Right?
Well, good.
I think so, but I didn't know him.
That's kind of funny, because I wasn't too sure.
I wondered if they just took a bath and they came into town on Sundays or something.
You didn't have bathtubs out of any kind out at the camps, did you?
No.
You had to wait till you got home Saturday night to take a bath.
And, well, over in Coast River, I had the shower. Yeah, you had to build fire and wait for the water to be warm.
Well, they used to have public bathtubs around barber shops and like that, where the welders would take baths on Saturday night a lot of them.
I remember that.
Yeah. You go in and get your hair cut and your shoes shined and get a bath.
Yeah.
How much did it cost to have your hair cut then?
25 cents. Well, when I was a young fella at home, I kind of swapped around. Henry Readable, he used to get me cut hair, and I'd go up there and he'd cut my hair, and then I'd do something for him.
Yeah. Henry lives up on the hill above the golf course, doesn't he?
Yeah, way up there on top.
Yeah.
I don't know who owns that now.
I don't either. Last time I was up there must be 30 years ago. There was 2 or 3 little ranches up there. And one fellow up there made the best beer in Goose County.
John Strong, he lived up there a while.
Now, that's when I was up there, when John was living there.
And Haynes was up there for a while.
I was up there one night, and this neighbor of John's, the one that made the good beer, and we had supper there at John's, and we'd been hunting. And we all had a little beer to drink. Then I don't know why we had a bonfire. I don't know whether it was just burning up trash or what, but there was no table laying out there with the legs up in the air. And Ernie Strong was knocking it to pieces. He was feeling pretty good. And he took a poleaxe and hit one of these legs standing up in the air and it knocked it off, and it come over about halfway to me, and the end hit the ground and jumped to come up and hit me right side of the head right there. I still got a little bit of a knock there. Split my head wide open. I went down, knees sagged down about to the ground before I could catch myself.
Well, you put in quite a number of years down there with Smith Woods, didn't you?
Yeah, I was down there 9 years.
Long time.
I worked in the yard piling lumber for, well, maybe 2 years, and then I had charge of the big cedar shed there. I graded the cedar and piled it to dry, and then shipped it out, got orders out, and then from there I went over to the retail yard and sold lumber and building supplies. I was there 9 years altogether.
Ask him if he remembers anything about the wars around, around 1900, around, what was it, Spanish American, or what were they about?
You remember much about the Spanish American War? You wasn't there, of course.
No.
That was 98, wasn't it?
Yeah.
1898.
There's been another call, it had been my time to go. Just got that far.
There was another war about then too, wasn't there, that we were in?
Well, Mexico?
Yeah, something like that.
Don't you know?
I
You're
don't
supposed to be
remember.
a school teacher.
Yeah, I
At
don't
least
remember.
Ted should know. When did Blackjack Pershing go down in Mexico and get beat? I remember.
I don't know.
I remember because I remember when Bill was making raids on the settlers in Texas. It was probably about 1911 or 12. He was just a captain then. And then we got in World War I in 1917.
How many people lived in Myrtle Point about, when you were young?
I've got with 2 different years for William McCloskey for the creamery.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, 100 tier.
We used to put up 100 tier most every winter for Lindsay family out there, 32-inch wood.
Yeah,
Then delivered in the summertime as they needed it.
that's the way I done that. Cut in the winter time and you got good weather in the spring, I'd haul it down.
What was it you asked?
I wondered how many people lived in Myrtle Point when he was young.
Was you born here?
Down to Brooksville,
Well,
1877.
How many people was there in Meadow Point? About 500
Well,
when you was a boy?
I guess it was 500, probably. Close around there. Streets was all mud.
Yeah, I remember when they were all mud. There was not even any gravel in
No
town.
crosswalks, you know.
Old Jim Brown carried a big shovel. That was his main job, was to shovel out the crosswalks.
Yeah.
Wagons would go down the street in mud that deep. They hit this crosswalk would be, I think, 2 2x12s and then one down each side.
Yeah.
They'd hit that crosswalk and jump up over it, track the mud up, and then old Jim Brown would have to come along and scoop them off so people would get across the street.
Yes.
Now, I remember when summertime would be dusty.
Yeah.
Wind would blow and that dust would fly.
I remember one year in April, they come an awful big hailstorm. Probably you remember that too, but I don't remember what year it was. And we was up to school and then walking back in town, you know, and so it rained, I couldn't do them, so I drove up there together, and boy, sure thick.
Yeah.
Henry Herman, he got him a new car, and so he was afraid that he was busted, he went down there and put a big canvas over the top of it.
How deep did the hail get?
Oh, it must have been a foot deep.
Oh, my
You know where the old road went down there towards this mill?
Yeah.
Boy, it just covered that road from up.
I'll be darned. I don't remember the hail getting that deep. Not when was that? You remember?
Indeed.
You remember about when that was?
No, I don't remember.
Well, if they had cars, it must have been about in the 20s, maybe.
I wonder if they didn't grow a lot of crops coming like that.
Yeah.
Well, they smashed a lot of grass flat to the ground.
Anything you got?
Did they have lots of floods or high waters then?
Yeah, I see. Slide with high water. I see that river full of pumpkins one fall. Planted pumpkins up the North Fork there and then got them harvested, and that high water come and just floated them all. If you want the pumpkins, just go along the riverbank somewhere, you'll find one.
Well, they had a real high water about 1892, didn't they?
Yeah,
That was the year they had to slide up Salmon Creek. No.
yeah.
It would have only been 5, I think.
Yes, that's the year. Well, they had a big excitement one time. There was storming over bad, and somebody phoned down and said that the sugar loaf was going to slide in and block the water, and then when it busted out, it would come down and drown everybody down below.
Yeah.
I was kind of excited about it, but it never did slide.
Yeah.
Ask me if you remember when they put in the first phone here, or when you remember that.
Now, you remember when they put the first phone in here, in this country? I mean, the first telephone system, it was the locally owned system, I think, to begin with, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You remember when it was? It was before my time.
No, I don't.
I don't remember just when we got our first phone, but
I know we had it by 1914 or 15. And might have been quite a bit before that. I don't remember.
This is before Shirley Mason had that mill. Very bit before that.
Well, I don't know when they started their mill, what year it was about.
The rest is about 17 or 18, I think.
Yeah, well, they had phones for that. All right. I'm sure back as far as 1914 or 15 they had it.
Yeah.
Our ring was full of shorts out home.
Trooper, he went around
Yeah,
and looked after him.
yeah. Well, it was owned by a local company to begin with, and then it kept bigger companies kept merging with it until finally now we got a General Telephone.
Yeah.
You girls won't ever be able to write about all of that.
You ever over in that John Day country?
John Day?
Yeah.
I came through there once.
Yeah. That's an old Indian town, I think.
Yeah.
Fences or this place, building.
We came, that time we went out there, remember, sis, and we come through from Pendleton into John Day. We come over Battle Mountain. I suppose probably there's some big Indian battles in there or something sometime.
Yeah.
A lot of open rolling prairie country. I've got pictures of it out here. But beautiful country. Ernie was going up in there spring vacation, which was 2 weeks ago, I think, at his place. And he was going up to John Day. He'd never been around in there. I told him, be sure to go out on Battle Mountain. Look through Long Creek. Up on Battle Mountain. That's beautiful country.
I was out there hunting a couple of years. Never done any good. See the country.
You figured went hunting year before last out there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Somebody put a stop to it. Who was it, Leela?
No.
Didn't Leela say you couldn't go, or?
No, I never heard that.
Bud was going to take you out, I know.
No, I did go out there by Chrysler.
Year before last?
Yeah.
Did you go out?
Yeah, I didn't go to John. Yeah, I went
But
up
you went out
to,
with Bud?
yeah, I went out to Bend.
Well, I thought you didn't get to go at the last minute.
Yeah, I went to Bud.
Well, Bud wanted to take me. He said, I thought he was just as able to go as anybody.
I didn't know anything about them having a debate.
Yeah, there was something. I thought you didn't get to go. I remember, I think Leela thought you shouldn't go. Thought you was had your hunting done.
I got their grandson, he was pretty good luck at getting his elk.
Who?
My youngest grandson.
Oh, Bud's boy?
No, Leela's boy.
Oh, Leela's. Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I know. Yeah, I know him. You got his elk this year, huh?
Herbert, he took Bill, he was going to show me some elk.
Who was?
Herbert,
Oh,
he coming down there
one day he said, well, I'll take your pickup and you go along and we'll take you over to apple tree. Well, he helped in there. But he went up the word past water up there, city, clear back up there to in the brights for it, and then pick up over the hill. He got up just the doctor's tree across, he couldn't go any further. He didn't see no else. But he said he'd never seen any of it. Well, I've seen four of them.
Well, I had two over the last 2 or 3 years over on the Goose River there. See, they come in the fields over there 25 or 30. Eat all the feed up to my cows.
I lived over there 7 years and wouldn't ever mind there'd be some in the yard there.
Yeah.
Took the gun, fire a shot in the air, and scare them out of the food, and they all went to gone. So I walked out to where he was and put my hand on it.
Well,
And so I picked up a stick and make her go, and when she went, well, she was laying.
oh.
That's the reason I guess she could run.
Well, sometimes over there they shoot in the air to scare them, but sometimes they shoot too low and they don't all go. Get lead poisoning.
Yeah.
I was over there the last day of hunting season 2 years ago last fall, and the last day of season I come in from hunting, and there was a 2-year-old bull and 2 2-year-old cows had been up about 25 feet from these people's house.
Oh.
And they just wrapped out another 25 feet and they're standing there. And I had my gun loaded, you know, and it was just about too late to put in there to shoot for deer. And I wanted to shoot that buck so darn bad, and I walked out there and he'd stand 150 feet from me, just stand there. And he'd been the finest eating in the world, you know, 2-year-old.
Yeah.
And thought I wanted to kill him, but we're supposed to start for Arizona 2 days from then, and I knew if I killed him, we wouldn't get started, and he'll be mad. I'd probably get popped for shooting him anyway, and so I let him go.
I was over there 7 years and I never did kill the 2-year over there.
Yeah.
Never killed any else. I had always tried to sponsors.
I never killed him, no.
They're just too big for me to handle.
I always lose my nerve. I think about that $500 we get caught. But they don't bother those people that live there much. The state police will, if they are there, but all the Bureau of Game Management, those people, they don't care much. They know they're damaging their crops. And they won't say anything much. They say that people should have the meat to feed them, but the state police will take you in if they catch you. And I'm always afraid there'll be one of them along the road if I shot. But my friend over there, they shot 2. Well, you know them. They live by you down here, Cypress. They shot 2 one year, and I went over and helped take care of them.
There's a woman and a couple of men come up there hunting for elk, and they asked me where they could find them. And I said, if I was going to hunt, I'd go down in that field there where they cross the river, just stay there. But then the cow and the bull right under the rock from where I was talking to them. And they didn't know it was dead until they went out down there. So the woman shot the bull, and breakfast on it, and then he shot the cow. Canvas and say to put over the cow so they wouldn't see.
Oh.
So they got scared. They went down to Allegheny and called the police and told them the cow, there's a cow up there, somebody shot it, it all shot up and they finished it. And he said, well, take the lungs out of it and said, now be up and get it.
Yeah.
They got it, but it wasn't shot, only just what they shot.
I was over there ahead about 3 years ago, and I took a shot at an old cow. I bet she was tall as our archway there. And I missed her, and it was a good thing. I bet she'd have been tougher than a wild owl. Why she was big. I headed off a bunch of my pickup over there once. There was a big bull in it. I had him stayed out there about 100 feet from me, just standing broadside. Boy, he had a rack of horns on him. Finally, he went out around me and got on the hill.
I got kind of interested in them buffaloes I'd heard out there on the other side of John Bay.
Was there a herd in there?
Yeah, I think it's 20 miles from John Bay out over Strawberry Mountain. And now those on the flat there. I swear John Travers had taken up that place. He had the buildings there, a lot of them, bunk houses. He had about 10 acres fenced in, and he just had all kinds of animals in there.
Well, these buffalo were fenced in, huh?
Yeah. Well, no, they didn't have no fenced in.
Huh?
God, there was over 1,000. But the short was...
Yeah.
Were they wild?
They're all fenced in, aren't they?
Not all of them.
Oh, some of them are wild, huh?
Just some of them had wild horses too.
Were they wild to begin with, or somebody brought them there and brought them?
Did they ship them in there, or?
I don't know how they got started in there. I never did hear.
Did they have wild horses here?
Yes, they wild horses.
Here? Did they have one a long time ago?
Well, I
She
don't know.
wondered if they used to have wild horses here.
I don't think they did they?
I don't know.
I don't think they
I've
did.
never heard of them. I've seen lots of them down in Northern California.
Yeah.
What about coyotes? They have coyotes live here at night?
They do now.
Yeah, I wondered when he was,
Was there always coyotes in this country?
Oh, I don't know. I guess there was. Just kept multiplying.
Seemed like they kind of, far back as I can remember, they kind of come and went. There'd be some and then there wouldn't be. Now they're other place. Right up here on this ridge and up Catching Creek there. And they keep us spreading it. They really give the sheepmen a bad time.
I was down there about 400 down below. They had regular hunt for coyotes.
There was one in on Duke here 2 weeks ago. 2 of them, I mean, a pair of them. But they're all over. You go out most any place long after dark and listen while you're here.
Here's my howler.
Yeah. started logging, they didn't take anything much but the old growth, did they?
That's about all.
Yeah.
No, that's the second growth they did. That would be up to good.
Yeah, then even, in 30s and 40s along in there, I've seen cold decks and stuff that just had a little bit of stain or something in it. I mean, where they had a deck of logs and they cut them out and they just closed them and left thousands and thousands of feet just laying there and burn them up.
Yeah.
Now they're worth any kind of money worth here like that.
There's so much of that stuff that come in down at the mill. That's the reason they put in the scales.
Yeah.
Well, they put out lots of wood there, just give it to you.
Well, Northfly used to peel all that kind of stuff, you know, but since they shut them down, I guess GP takes it out over at the bay someplace. And they used to take all their girl stuff in there at Northfly.
Yeah.
I wonder if they had any forest fires or started any when they were lost, since they probably didn't.
Oh, yeah. She was wondering about forest fires. You remember that one that went through, I think it was in the 90s, wasn't it? Went through that whole country, through to the coast?
Let's see, that was the abandoned fire. I remember that was in 36.
36.
Yeah.
Way before that, wasn't it? Sometime, maybe it was back in the 70s. There was a fire went through that whole country, clear to the coast.
I don't remember.
Maybe it was before your time even, but I've heard of it. Burned everything off. Of course, down in 36, it burned everything. Burned up the middle for it, every place. Besides burning down enough, all the two buildings.
And the building down the other way now.
Yeah, but they're putting up a great big building right down on the flat in there right now. I was down there yesterday, and Gary Baker, the fellow that bought my place, is putting up a cement block building there. It must be 80 feet square anyway. I don't know what it's for, but it's a big thing. Right down in on the flat.
World the other day,
Yeah.
I think of the East and West Highway.
Well, I've been working on that all the time. I've been writing to the Highway Commission and the governor, and they really give you the runaround. I got letters from them that tell me how they had the rail lined out 2 years ago. From the Highway Commission, they told me they had it lined out for in 3 years that road would be finished. And there's still nothing done on it that they was talking about, because they weren't talking about that section out the other side of Weston that they're working on now. And then I had one from the governor, and I told him that what I found out, and I told him I didn't believe the survey had been completed to do that. And he wrote back and told me it had. And now it comes out they've only done the preliminary survey. And once they're putting the pressure on it now, they'll probably get them started again.
There's a bus going to leave Pony Village at 6 o'clock Monday to go out there.
Yeah.
That's all they're going to go.
Well, you know, they take that money up on the freeway, Interstate 5, and they take it up in Portland. Have you been up to Portland?
No, not for quite a while.
They spend millions and millions and millions of dollars on these interchanges up there. And just a few of those millions would finish our road up here. But they've got more power up there. They take a lot of money in there and spend it.
True.
But I think they'll probably get it finished up now, but it'll take 4 years to do it. leaving it to dust.
Here's this power loader, he'd done that.
I guess they're gonna go ahead some on that, I don't know how
I
much.
heard they got the money.
Yeah.
I don't know whether they get contract or not.
Well, you're back. How are you this morning?
Yes, no problem.
I made it.
I said, yes, no problem. Well, don't say it.
Well, we could take him back into town if you want us to, or what do you want to do?
I picked him up driving home, he's got a flat tire this morning.
Oh, we got it.
He didn't know it until I showed it to him. What are you gonna do about that tire?
I've got to spare.
Oh, you have?
Never been. Well, first flat tire I've had for over a year.
Yeah.
Did he drive that himself?
I was moving it up the ranches one time.
Got a better job than I do. Huh?
I was moving it up the ranches one time and coming back we had flattened, and that's the last one I had.
Well, I probably better take it back and change the tire.